Great to see you all with this is lesson 8 on high road leadership. And today I want to talk about embracing the value of your contribution. So remember, high road leadership, my leadership summit is coming up, Live to Lead. It's coming up October 18th at the Stony Point Business Center. And if you in Hillsborough, Virginia, and if you register before September 30th, you will get a special session after the event is completed. So more details on that to come, but register now and before it's sold out. So each week I'm talking a little bit about high road leadership. So it'll give you a kind of a preview on what we'll be talking about during the summit. And I will have some people from companies come in and talk about high road leadership. Also, you'll hear again from John Maxwell, some of the things that I have used in my leadership journey. Malcolm Gladwell, Michael Jr., who is hilarious, but he has great points about leadership. And then we're going to have some exercises and some tools that you can walk away with to use in your everyday life, and even an action plan. So that'll help you get started for people that like to procrastinate. Anyway, today, embrace the value of your contribution. Why is this important? Well, when you look at people that have done research on biggest regrets, the 5 biggest regrets of someone when they're dying, most people's number one regret on average is that they wish they had the courage to live a life true to themselves and not what the kind of life other people expected them to be. So this is the number one, on average, the number one regret for people that are near death. So you have an opportunity right now to take advantage of that and really figure out the value of your contribution. Even the smallest, maybe other people think insignificant gesture of bringing value to someone else can make a world of difference and impact someone's lives considerably. And there are so many stories about that, just how you create magical experiences for others using your gifts and your values and bringing that to other people that connect with you. Walt Disney did it. He created magical experiences for people every day. There's other restaurant owners that talk about how they changed how they created experiences for their customers and won awards all over the world for being the greatest restaurant, Michelin stars, and went from a number 50 to number 1 just because of the unique twist and value that they brought to other people. They figured out what that is, how they were going to do it. They inspired other people to work along with them, gave them the ability to contribute towards that value, and helped advocate on behalf of what they were trying to do to help the customers. Now, one of the things that they focused on is really creating a place where people felt like they belonged, they were loved, they were valued, they were listened to, just a really sense of belonging for them, and giving them hope. And also just trying to take care of some of the things that they may not have been able to, and going out of your way to really give that service. And another person that talks about this and has outstanding customer service was the owner of the Ritz-Carlton, co-owner of the Ritz-Carlton. And he instilled that same mindset into his employees. Listen, I'm going to give you $2,000 to spend every month, and I want you to use that in any way you can to make the customer's experience more valuable, more meaningful, and to take care of the needs that they have, even if it's outside of what we normally do. And so that's what this restaurant did, and that's how they ended up becoming number 1 restaurant in the world. So embrace your value of your contributions. How do you do that? Well, high road leaders, in order to do that, work at becoming self-aware, and they're able to evaluate the contribution they make to their team, to their department, and their organization. Don't overinflate or undervalue what you're bringing. The other thing is they don't allow others to dictate the contributions that they should make. It's something that is in their soul. And it's not because someone else is telling them. It's what they truly, truly want to do. So if you desire to be a high road leader, you want to embrace authenticity, you must really be true to yourself. You must really be true to yourself and offer the world what you have to give, and not what you wish you had, what you do have. So when you're thinking about these contributions, what are some clues that you might find when you're not valuing your contributions appropriately? What are some of the clues? Well, here's some things that you might consider. If you're often seeking validation from others, do I have to check with the world before I actually take action? When you judge your contributions based on what other people think, you become unstable. You're no longer making decisions based on what you believe in and what's right and what aligns with your value system. You're making them based on what others say. Maybe their standards are different than yours. They could be higher, they could be lower. It doesn't matter. It's not you. It's not your authentic self. Maybe they'll say negative things because they're hurting. You know, if you're asking them for your opinion, maybe they're coming to the table with their own hurts and pains. And so that affects how they respond to you. So don't allow others to steal your sense of identity. Don't let others steal your sense of self-worth. Sometimes feedback will be good. Sometimes getting wise counsel is good. You'll have to parse out the things that you think are really taking away from who you are and who you're becoming. The other thing is another sign that you're not really living authentically is that you often compare yourself to others. Comparison is a dangerous trap. It's a dangerous trap. So if you're comparing yourself to yourself, your goals and how you're competing with yourself to achieve those goals, that's one thing. But if you're comparing everything you do to other people, then your picture is going to become a little distorted because it's not based on what you want to do and what you're driven to do. It's based on what other people are doing around you. So leadership speaker and consultant Adam F. Jones said, possibly the saddest thing about the cycle of comparison is its ability to deter, delay, and dissuade us from walking in our purpose and connecting to our core identity. It is that it causes us to feel that we need to apologize for who we are. That alone will make us feel the need to apologize for who we are. It causes us to lose the opportunity to connect and collaborate with others because we are filled with those feelings of inadequacy. So that's another sign. One more sign is if you assume your contribution is not enough. You assume your contribution is not enough. You're not valuing the contribution or just believing that what you're doing is insignificant. Jones, again, believes that what you do and what you give is important. Adam F. Jones, who was a U.S. Army veteran, he connected with a store owner who also served in the military and said, I was only a truck driver in the military. So they were talking about their days in the military. I was only a truck driver, as if his service wasn't enough. That's the way he said it. But Jones could relate to the other man's feelings. Joan had been a captain and the pilot of a Black Hawk helicopter. It was very prestigious. He felt the same way. Before leaving the service, he intended to apologetically tell people that he had never deployed. So if you're a leader or team member working on a worthwhile goal and you are contributing your best, okay, according to your strengths, abilities, and opportunities, you're doing your part. And don't minimize that because every small activity connects with another activity, whether it's yours or with someone else. And that together, those contributions together is what makes an impact on the world today. So these are some of the things to think about. And, you know, it just takes intentionality, accountability, strategic thought, and belief. All those things can help you get to where you want to go. So value your contributions, embrace them, embrace the value of what you bring to the world. That's high road leadership. And when you do things like that, it actually rubs off on other people because somebody out there is watching what you're doing. Someone is excited about what you're doing, whether you know them or you don't know them. Someone is being inspired about what you're doing. So even though you're not getting the feedback, just know that somebody out there is listening. And that's all I have today on High Road Leadership. So again, tune in every Friday and hear more about what's coming up for the summit, October 18th. Remember, get your tickets now and definitely get them before September 30th so you can get the special session that's going to come up after the summit's over. Great to hear from you, and stay right here tuned in to find out more of next week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.